Hey guys! 2 years ago to this very day, I went to go see Monday Night RAW live in Seattle. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And in this video, I want to talk about the experience that I had, for that show, and also in the previous year, I went to go see SmackDown Live on the 14th. So we're also going to talk about that. I've been to 5 WWE live events, and we'll talk about all those another day, because I do like to do these videos where I talk about like my previous vacations and my previous experiences and how I like cherish the tiniest thing that nobody would think is important. Speaking of the small things that I cherish, going into the arena, we have an arena here which has like 5,000 plus people, but can fit up to 5,000 people. And, I've seen almost the max capacity many times, but the good thing about, the amazing thing about this was, one, it was a WWE event, a WWE TV event, might I add. And two, this was like in a large arena, in a large city, in a city that is like 10 hours away from where I'm standing at right now. So it was very special. And with all this COVID stuff, shutting down arenas and all that, it's just something that I really loved, and now that I really miss, and we probably won't get, for a while, a long while. Anyway, SmackDown Live, October 14th, 2017. My seat was like behind the commentary table, but up like where the hockey seats are, like where the arena seats are actually. The view was amazing, but the seat was horrible, because my ass did not fit in the seat. And I knew right away, 15 to 30 minutes we got to our seat, because there was like a dark match or whatever. And right when I sat down, I felt it in my gut. I was like, uh-oh, this is not going to work out. And literally that whole time, until we got out of the chair, I was literally stuffing my fatty hip into the chair. I was just like stuffing it in, just pushing it, trying to get it to sit in there. Which it did. But it was horrible. It was friggin' horrible. And to make things even worse, there were two guys that came down, and guess where they were trying to sit? Right next to us. And my legs take up the whole entire aisle. Just the whole aisle is taken up, and I'm not getting out of my seat, because I can barely fit in the seat. I just spent a good 2 minutes stuffing my leg into there. So I'm not going to get up every time somebody needs to go to the bathroom or to go to their seat. I would be screwed. So guess what they did? They walked behind us, so on the other aisle, and they basically just walked on their seats to sit down on their seats. And you're wondering, how can this get any worse? There was a couple that came down. Guess where they? Right in front of me. So this poor lady who's sitting in front of me, had my fat ass legs as an airplane pillow, pretty much. Just my two legs were a freaking airplane pillow. It was honestly a horrible experience for me. I did not want to ruin anybody's experience, especially having my legs as a pillow for somebody. And throughout the show, like I was saying, I was having like this sharp pain in my hip, because my hip was getting stabbed because it wouldn't fit. So it was basically bursting out, pretty much. So around like, I don't know when, like if you watch it on the network, it was around the time of the Fashion Files segment. I was like, I can't take this anymore. We got to figure something out. And after the segment, because I was stubborn, that was one of the only things I was looking forward to for that show. I was like, I can't take this anymore. We got to find new seats. We go up to the ticket booth, where they give tickets, Ticketmaster, whatever. And we ask, is there anything you can do? You can put us up in the handicapped area, and they'll probably give us like, picnic type chairs. The plastic chairs. You see them anywhere, pretty much. And they said, no, there's nothing we can do for you in that department, because that's already like figured out or something. I don't know. It's a long time ago. I don't care. But they did get us new seats, and they were amazing seats. But what happened was, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. She called on the walkie-talkie to like get some help. It was like, we got a derriere situation. That capped the night for me. Not only was my ass, not only did I lose circulation in my hip, not only did I have guys walk beside me onto their own damn seats, not only was I a pillow for some random lady, I got a code yelled. I got a code called on me. The spot was pretty good. It was on the non-hard cam side, like on the ramp area. It was really cool. Probably not a better view, but hey, at least my ass could breathe, and I'm happy about that. The show was great. I'm not a ranker of this 5-star match, you know. I'm just there to be entertained, and I was entertained. After that was 205 Live, which many people left before the show even started. It was pretty crazy how the arena just emptied. Like, a lot of people left. I believe I was on 205 Live. You could see me during, like, right at the beginning after commercial for the Jack Gallagher match. But I don't think I was on SmackDown at all. Oh yeah, and the new seats were, like I said in the ramp area, the freaking camera dolly kept coming back and forth. They literally told me I had to duck. And you know what, I love standing in this for the shows, because if you sit down, you're going to turn into a 5-year-old that can't see anything. Because all you're going to see is people's backs and fronts, because you're sitting down. So, and now, on to one of the greatest nights of my life. Monday Night RAW! October 1st, 2018. This time I was sitting in like an end of a row, like by the guardrail on the hard cam side, so basically I was at every entrance you could see me. So probably a lot of people were changing that channel. Like 2 or 3 minutes before the show started, the cameraman was at me and like a bunch of people on that side, and he was like literally grooming us. Like, he had the camera, he was like, "Come on." It was obviously probably for some sort of like commercial where it's like, "Oh yeah, Monday Night Raw is up next, people, blah blah blah." But it was really cool, you know, to see how like things like that go. I had 2 worries during that show. One, I would get some form of like food poisoning or diarrhea, and I would just be in the bathroom the whole time, or I'd not be able to go to the event because I'd feel like sick. My second worry was that, you know, like I said, I'm a large guy, so like I can easily block somebody's view, or my legs can beat somebody's neck pillow, and I don't want that for anybody. I don't think anybody wants somebody's legs as a neck pillow. I was entranced. I was just entranced the whole time. I made it. It was Monday Night Raw. It was a go-home show to a big pay-per-view event. I was here. And this pay-per-view was on Saturday, and it was at 2 a.m. I'm so glad I did not stay up and watch the whole thing. You know, I haven't even watched the whole thing yet, and it's been like 2 years. I watched it until like 3 a.m. and then I just passed out onto my sofa bed. I was staying at my aunt and uncle's. So this is another vacation story that I might talk about eventually. Oh. But yeah, I passed out at like 3 a.m. The pay-per-view ended at 5. I know because I woke up at 5 and I heard the pay-per-view end. I was just like, oh, screw it. Ugh. And I'm good. I'm so happy that I decided to sleep instead of staying up until 5 in the morning, because that is not something I want to do. Because we started our day at like 8 o'clock, and I did not want to run on 2 hours of sleep because we had a big day ahead of us. We were going to see like Venom the next day, so it's like I don't want to be running around on like 2 hours of sleep. I will not. I have like 10 years before I even plan on wanting to do that. So there were 2 things during that show that just had these big eruptions. You know, the first thing was there was like a segment with Elias and Kevin Owens, and like Elias mentioned something about like the Supersonics leaving Seattle for Oklahoma or whatever. The boos were insane. Like, literally, that whole segment, since that comment, the whole segment was filled with boos, and then there was a match following it that was filled with boos, and then it turned into, like, supersonic chants. That whole segment, which was the main event segment, which we'll get into, that was all filled with just boos and supersonic chants. It was insane. It drowned out the entire segment and show for a good 10 to 15, maybe even 20 damn minutes. It was insane. The second thing is the greatest thing of all. It was the main event segment. Shawn Michaels comes out. He's talking about the big main event match between Triple H and The Undertaker. He's talking crap. Kane's music hits. I turn around. Turns out he was coming from under the ring into the ring. Beats his ass. Then, gong! The Undertaker appears. I've lost it. Everybody else has lost it. Then Triple H comes out. I'm losing it even more. And then the Brothers of Destruction do a double choke slam on DX. And it is just, oh, that is something I thought I'd never see in my entire life. I am so glad I did. Because those are four of my favorite wrestlers ever. And I got to see them live and in person kicking ass. So it was amazing. And then the greatest thing happened. You know, and this will forever be pictured, and it will just be, you know, it'll cap off my life. I'll be able to look at this photo. I'll frame this photo like literally on a mantle, on a fireplace, and go, look at that, son. That is me, The Undertaker, and Kane, all in a row, you know. And I'm like clapping with my mouth open, and it's just in awe. And I'm so glad I was able to see it. I'm so glad I was able to do that before The Undertaker retired 2 years later. There was just throughout the whole entire episode, you'll see me just boo, yeah, woo, HBK, HBK. You'll see me do a lot of that. And you know what? There was this one part where Braun won his match by like disqualification, and you saw me like just Braun doing the exact same thing Braun did. I was there to be entertained. I was thoroughly entertained. One of the greatest nights of my life. Just so amazing. And also, like, I got high fives from like one of the Bella twins, Bailey, Ronda Rousey, which was pretty cool, and Roman Reigns. And you know, again, this is something where it's like, oh, you know, it's not something I really care about. You know, not something I remember. But literally me. I probably sat there for a good minute, like, I am never washing this hand again. Which you should do right now. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I just talked about my experiences. I really like doing these kind of videos. I don't know if they're entertaining per se. I try to make them as entertaining as I can. But, yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys want more. If you guys want more, let me know. I do have some Halloween stuff planned. I don't know how it's going to go yet, but I am going to get to it. It will all be coming out on the spooky month of October. So, be on the lookout for that. Also, don't forget to check out the Mining 316 channel, which is, I don't know where it's going to be on this. I don't know if I'll put something up here. It will be in the link in the description below. Episode 1 of Halloween month is coming up soon. So make sure you just watch out for that. Halloween month will also be happening on the Steven channel with many spooky games. So if you want to see me jump and scream, go over there. Or down there, I guess. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Flamingo.